I'm going to show you the two most important charts in all of crypto from a macro perspective, specific to how this cycle and bear market's going to play out. There's something strange in the crypto hood, and who you're going to call Cosasverdes, because here in this video, I'm going to show you what those two charts are, and there are two options on how it's going to play out that I can configure in my head. It's honestly a little mind-boggling here, and at the end of the video, you have to stay tuned, because at the end, I'm going to show you a single line on a specific chart, and if price of that chart can get above a specific line, which it's flirting with right now, then it's going to be option A, let's say. And if it stays below, which it's using as resistance right now, then option B, which those options A and options B are going to be huge implications for all of crypto. For example, the one important chart behind me is Ethereum versus Bitcoin. This is not typical bear market behavior. And the second chart behind me is Bitcoin dominance. It's getting ready to, it's already broken a macro horizontal. It's getting ready to break an origin line, and then it's going to come down to here. And so this means, the implications are essentially two options. A, just like JP Morgan Chase has suppressed the price of gold, all right, for a long, long time, it almost seems like retail and non-institutional money is buying crypto, but that buy pressure is not going into Bitcoin. And if any of it that it is, it's not enough to keep the sell pressure, the suppression from bigger player money. But that can be seen by this chart behind us, because money is flowing into crypto to some degree, because altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin in a bear market, which is weird. It's weird, right? So altcoins are going to separate from freaking Bitcoin. And then what could happen is altcoins pull Bitcoin up, because institutional money is going to say, yeah, just suppressing Bitcoin isn't ruining the whole crypto market, so we're going to stop doing this, right? And then Bitcoin's going to snap up. I don't know when. I'm not going to make that guess today. I'm only going to show you at the end one chart to show you, is it option A or is it option B, right? And it'll give you the most, it should be a pretty damn clear signal, all right? Now, the second idea is that this is getting ready to bounce hard, and all the money flowing into altcoins right now, it's going to get smacked down hard. Very different options, but something strange in the crypto hood is going on. That is absolutely not normal. I don't know which one it is, but I'm going to give you the tools at the end of this video with that one chart in one line, and I'll show you how to set up so you can keep on the ball. Are you ready? Let's get it. All right, we're starting off with Bitcoin dominance. Take a looky here. A macro horizontal. Actually, let's zoom out a little bit more. See how high Bitcoin dominance used to be? All right, now what this horizontal range could indicate is visualizing the idea that Bitcoin price is being suppressed by big money. Potentially. Right? A visual of that one option in which I said altcoins could bring Bitcoin up or separate from it, in which it would probably have Bitcoin snap up later. So that could be what this is. Now, however, it's getting ready to go lower. It's getting ready to have price discovery down. And if this horizontal right here, and I'm going to zoom way into the 1 minute chart to show you, it will go to the next one and potentially the next one, but it's absolutely going to go to the next one down, right? That's just how this works. That's the rules of price. That's the way it works. Very, very, very few exceptions. It could go below, but once it tries it, it'd have to not use the origin line as resistance. So it could dip down a tiny bit, but it has to get right back above almost immediately without using this origin line right here as resistance. So it can happen, but it has to happen pretty damn quickly. All right. So, but you're having a horizontal and an origin line. So horizontal is already broken. This is already broken. So, and if you mix this with the idea that every time the chart of tethered dominance goes down, that's a lot of retail money, right? Because big money isn't putting all their money into Tether from a risk standpoint, most likely, right? So that money flowing into crypto, let's call that retail pressure. It's going into alts, and it's driving this down because retail money is buying alts, maybe not enough to hold their price way up in all-time highs, but there's buy pressure of some degree, and that buy pressure on alts is stronger than what's on Bitcoin, because bigger money is potentially suppressing the price of Bitcoin. You can see it right here, right? Okay, but that's only one option. It could be that, they're going to all get their asses kicked. But okay, the other second important chart that I'm going to mix with this is, and I'm going to supplement this second one with several other charts, but it's all versus Bitcoin. Take a look. Ethereum versus Bitcoin. I'm going to put it on the daily, and I'm going to put some long ribbons on my Cosa long. These are my ribbons. But take a look. This is not normal behavior. So as long as Ethereum stays above the bottom orange line, which is essentially the bottom zone here of these origin lines, then it's fine. The last time it touched it was when? The beginning of last bull market, so where Bitcoin made gains on Ethereum, particularly, and all altcoins, but only on Ethereum for about 90 days. So it looks like Ethereum is going to stay above this orange line until the bull market, and that's when Bitcoin will make gains on Ethereum just for a hot minute, and then Ethereum's gonna kick some ass. That's what this is saying. There is money there's money flowing into altcoins. Again, not enough to push the price to all-time highs right now, but it's present, right? It's present. The amount of buy pressure is bigger than it is for Bitcoin. Look at this, because that's why it's consolidating here, way up high. Look at this. Now look at BNB versus Bitcoin. Like, this is unbelievably bullish. Look at this. All-time highs. Consolidated at all-time highs for freaking 500 days before busting out. This is not normal behavior. There's a lot of money interested in crypto right now. Look at this. I mean, hell, even Litecoin and Dash are breaking out versus Bitcoin. So if we go to crypto bubbles, I bet Dash is on this. Yeah, so there, look. Dash is one of the top performers today because it's breaking out freaking versus Bitcoin as Bitcoin's doing jack shit. Litecoin already, so if I could go back to yesterday, maybe the week, Litecoin should be on this potentially. Yeah, look at that Litecoin over here. Because it broke out yesterday. It's kind of cooling off today. Litecoin, and you can see it on the Litecoin versus Bitcoin and Dash versus Bitcoin chart. Take a look at this crap. This is not normal stuff for a bear market. There is something strange in the crypto hood. I am telling you, and honestly, I can only think of two logical things, consequences of this. So I'm going to go to the 8-hour chart. Take a look. Let's actually take off the price of it and take a look. So these rainbows here, let's go back. So this is 2020 over here. This is probably 2017. Yeah, 2018, December, November, December 2017. All right, so rainbow goes below the blue and gray line, has really never gotten above. Every time it tried up, you can imagine this as, Litecoin or Dash bulls, but, these charts are pretty damn similar. So let's just use these together. Monetary coins that compete with Bitcoin. The monetary non-Bitcoin bulls punch it up, couldn't maintain. Punch it up, punch. So this is a hand, right? In case you didn't know. it's a hand. Punch it up, and it just can't make it. But what's the difference between all those previous punches versus what's happening now? What's the difference? It went from accelerating to the downside. So you see how this green was actually separating more and faster from the red? It went from acceleration down to a spike up, which means what? Which means it's not sustainable. When you just spike up like that, you're going to go straight back down. Okay? And that's what happened almost every time. Look, acceleration to the downside here back in February of 2021. It went straight up, which means, it could go up for a while. It looks like it's several months. Yeah, that's 100 days, but it's simply not sustainable. That means the rainbow or the price itself is going to bump its head on the gray or blue line and go back down, right? And every time, it went from acceleration down to pop up, acceleration down to a pop up, acceleration down to a pop up. What's this right here? Does that look like it's going straight from acceleration to a pop up? No, it doesn't. It's consolidating, which means if and when this breaks out, it has permission to stay gaining versus Bitcoin for an extended period of time, 100 days or more, maybe longer, because it's been unsustainably trying to get above this since 2018. So over 4 years now. It was roughly March when it fell below. So roughly 4.5 years. Let's look at Litecoin. I mean, hell, Litecoin, Litecoin, Monero, and Dash did not make all-time highs in this bull market. Not versus just the dollar, right? Obviously not versus Bitcoin either, but they didn't make all-time highs even just in general in raw price. It looks like that shit's going to change next bull market. Honestly, next bull market could be monetary coins could, man, they might have their run since they missed an entire bull market. All right, take a look at, let's actually go to the 12-hour chart. Look at this. Let's take this off again. Same idea. It went from, so this is back in 2018, March 2018, as the rainbow crossed below blue and gray and really could never get above again. But when it did get above, did it consolidate here before racing up? No. Did it consolidate here before racing up? No. So all these, imagine that hand, punch, 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 went from acceleration down to spike up. Rainbow hit the blue line, bumped its head, kept going lower every time. What's happening now? The first time in 4.5, or actually the first time maybe ever, that it's consolidating and getting ready to break out. Or it is breaking out. Dash is getting ready to break out. So I fucking closed my shorts on Dash. Took a $50, just a very small loss. But yeah, I'm not shorting that shit. I don't think it's going to be strong enough of a move for me to want to buy it back on spot because I sold the last rally and I want to wait for lower prices. But anyway, I'm not shorting it. It's breaking out versus Bitcoin. So what this means is if Bitcoin simply goes sideways, Dash and Litecoin and Ethereum, well, maybe not Ethereum, but Dash, Litecoin, BNB are going to keep going up. Even if Bitcoin goes sideways down, those coins are going to go up. And there are lots of coins doing this. I mean, Atom versus Bitcoin going up, Matic versus Bitcoin going up. Money is flowing into crypto. And again, and I'm getting ready to show you that last chart, right? So you could tell which option is it. Is all these people buying alts getting ready to get their asses handed to them in Bitcoin dominance? The first chart or second chart I showed you at the beginning is getting ready to spike up off that origin line. It's possible. Or is Bitcoin dominance going to break down and the suppression of, big money players suppressing Bitcoin, altcoins are going to separate in the bullish sense from Bitcoin. And then after a while, whales are going to say, it might not be the best idea to try to suppress Bitcoin like we've been doing with gold for, I don't know how many years since, probably since 71, potentially. Actually, I don't know the year that paper gold came into play, all the derivatives. That's how it's being suppressed, is with the paper gold. And so now there's paper Bitcoin, CMEs, right? Since late 2017. And what exactly happened when that came out? Bitcoin crashed after they took on their shorts. So I don't know which one, but let me show you the chart where you might be able to tell. And it's this chart that I've gone over quite a bit on my channel. So it doesn't show up on here. You just type in total 2 and hit enter. That's it. That's all you do. All right, here you go. And I've shared this all across Twitter and all that. So Twitter is Cosasverdes with the number 2 afterward. Links to the Discord community and visual instructions on how to join in the description section. And the YouTube tiers are similar to my Discord. However, it doesn't have the live interaction with video camera and microphone as Discord has, but I do offer the recordings and multiple daily updates a day, 6 to 7 days a week. And you can click the join button right below this video to learn more about it and the other perks you get, like the live chats. I answer your questions first. Check it out. All right. And on those, you can watch my live chart. So I'm going to leave the link to my live chart in the description section. So if you keep checking, price on Coinbase and stuff on Bitcoin, on just being a basic crypto biatch, no, stop. Just refer to my live chart. I'll have it up for you so you know what's in play and you know where price is going to bounce and or break out, right? With all my key levels on it. All right. So link to that, and it should be running by the time you watch this video and you're done with it. Just go to the description section and check out my live chart and see how Bitcoin's rolling. All right. So here's the chart, total 2. See what, let's actually take off this stuff here. And this vertical line right here is the next halvening, roughly May 2024. This is 200 days before the halvening. This is 400 days before the halvening. Historically, Bitcoin's bull market starts between 400 days and 200 days before the halvening. That's what these vertical lines are. But that's not what we're using. We're using this line right here. And I could take off these rainbows. All right. Now, if you want to try to draw this on your chart, go to total 2 and make it look like this. Okay, actually, what I can maybe do here is make these lines a little bit clearer, easier to see. All right, now you can try to make it like that. And the reason why this dashed line is size 2 is so we know that that's what the price is flirting with right now. So here it is. And I'm on the 12-hour chart. So if you want to do the 12-hour chart and try to make it like this, you're good to go. All right. Now let's zoom way in here. Here's the line that might give you a good indicator on which of these two options it is that's going to play out. If total 2 can get back above this freaking origin line right here, and again, it's ascending. So and this is the market cap of all crypto minus Bitcoin, right? It's ascending. So I can't just give you one, number for the market cap of altcoin, 600 billion. It's an ascending line. So I can't use this necessarily. But over time, it looks like it's going to keep consolidating on here. But if it can get back above here and let me be specific, and use it as support, then the option that altcoins are going to separate from Bitcoin, which means large money is suppressing the price of Bitcoin, and they might stop after they see they're going to have to throw so much more money and do so much more work to suppress the price of all crypto. Because the way they do that right now, or the way it would happen in theory, is if Bitcoin price drops, it essentially makes everything drop, right? But that is starting to change. So if big money can simply suppress Bitcoin price, they could suppress all of crypto. However, it looks like retail money is saying, fuck that. We're maintaining a specific amount of buy pressure, and you could see it in all the charts I've been showing you. And so if that is what's going to happen, it's all about this line behind me. And let me zoom into even the 15-minute chart. Check this out. I mean, look how precise this is. Look. You use this on the 15-minute chart. Hell, you can do the 1-minute chart, but I think the 15-minute looks good because you can fit it all in one screen since it's fallen below this origin line. You can get back above, use it as support, and then break its local high that it forms as it gets above. So let's go like this. It forms a local high, getting above, use it as support, and then breaks that local high that it made as it got above. That means altcoins are separating from Bitcoin, period. And you're going to see Bitcoin dominance go below that horizontal, it's already below that macro horizontal that I showed you, but it's going to go below that origin line and probably the next one down. And it's going to free fall. And Ethereum could lead the day. I'm not saying flippening, but it would start its journey to being realistic. I don't think a flippening is honestly that realistic as of now, but next bull market, it looks, honestly, I thought those people were crazy, but it's starting to cook up in the charts as it's looking like it's possible. I don't think that's my favorite scenario right now, but damn, it's starting to cook up. But what I think would happen before flipping is if this ends up happening, okay, I think that big money would stop. I think big money would stop. Let's see here. Connecting their traditional finance algos, which obviously control the price of Bitcoin completely, down to the 1 minute, 5 minute candle, hour candle, doesn't matter. It's all about NASDAQ and SPX. It's the same big algos doing the high volume, high frequency trading with a lot of money on the indices and on Apple and Amazon. Hell, Bitcoin moves with the Amazon price, like literally to the 5 minute candle, right? Because it's all the same algos. And so what I think could happen if it gets above here is they're going to turn those algos off, because I've already made a video, and you can go back on my channel. It's a fairly recent video in late August that says, I think off button or on button, on something to that effect. Off button. Yeah, off. You'll see a big off in the thumbnail. I show you a pinpoint a moment where they did turn the algos off for several hours. It's very clear. It's extraordinarily clear. So what would happen if altcoins keep separating from Bitcoin is they're going to turn them off, and Bitcoin's going to then separate finally from NASDAQ. And honestly, it really could fly. And it's, if it were to happen soon, that would mean Bitcoin has bottomed. But there's a lot of work to be done. I'm not saying Bitcoin's bottomed. I honestly think it hasn't. But this all could happen, as I've been talking about line A on the NASDAQ chart. So using this chart, total 2, getting above this in conjunction with this chart right here, if it's going to happen, I keep saying this over and over and over, if Bitcoin can finally separate from the stock market, it's going to happen right at line A on NASDAQ Composite Futures. This is the the thick blue one is the master origin line, or the equator. You might see altcoins finally pull up Bitcoin when this hits line A. And then Bitcoin is done going down. Could Bitcoin go to 14,700 or whatever before then? Absolutely. And altcoins would continue going down. And they might, in Bitcoin, might make gains versus altcoin for a hot minute, potentially. But not if total 2 gets above that line, right? So the big money pulls down Bitcoin this whole time. Yes, altcoins price versus the dollar goes down, but they keep racing up versus Bitcoin. They keep going up versus Bitcoin. And then big money at this time says, you know what? Because they're incentivized by making money, right? Every action they take is to optimize how much money they're making. So at that time, if the buy pressure from altcoins is just clear and obvious, right? Maybe not going to all-time highs. I'm not saying that, just more buy pressure. The fact that they can't control crypto, all of crypto, by simply suppressing Bitcoin price. Once they see that, the incentive structure will likely change. And they'll say, well, shit, we're going to make more money by not suppressing the price of Bitcoin. And then Bitcoin's potentially going to fly up. So you might see line A hit on NASDAQ Composite Futures at the same time that total 2 gets above that line. And that's going to be your indicator. Shit, the bear market's over. Bitcoin's getting ready to fly up. Like this is really big stuff. Or if you see total 2 drop down to the next origin line, okay? So that's the other option as this makes its descent here, because this line will be hit. Like, I swore to YouTube that I would never say 90% again, but 89.99999% chance it's going to hit. Very high percentage, right? So if you see total 2 dropping down, that means altcoins are getting ready to get their asses kicked and Bitcoin dominance is getting ready to fly up. So it's on the fence. This isn't going to happen tomorrow. It won't happen next week. This is from a cycle perspective. What is the state of this cycle? How is this bear market going to play out? And I think I gave you all the tools to look at the reasons why it is, something strange in the neighborhood going on. And then the tools specifically and the exact lines to look out for and how to put it all together so you can stay on top of your crypto journey, make it as profitable as possible. That's what this channel is all about. Hit the thumbs up before you're out of here. Click this video right here if you want to take a look at the playlist of my most important videos I've ever made, and click this video right here if you missed my last Bitcoin analysis video. You just got Tim of Worldwide. Peace.